My name is Scott Brown, and I'm a graphic design instructor, art and design, HCC.
What we're doing today is sculpture casting with cast iron. Kind of a art club sponsored thing for just a base knowledge, other stuff that's out there. Process, we start with a scratch block, which is a sand mold with resin. It's like an epoxy that holds it together, and then they scratch and remove what they want cast into it.
The positive gets removed.
And then we're gonna take old bathtubs, which you can hear us breaking up, and we're gonna cast them back down into the liquid form and pour them out, and when we're done, we'll have cast iron low relief or relief sculptures.
Our art club was looking for instructors at four-year colleges that would come out and do workshops, kind of for them to use as kind of a recruitment tool. And we were just calling around to different schools, and we got a hold of Toby, and he came out last spring, and we did an aluminum pour and had a pretty good time. And the cast iron is a lot more dynamic, hotter fires, more glowing stuff, and sparks and 40-foot flames, and so he wanted to come back out.
20
foot, okay.
20, yeah.
So he wanted to come back out and do a night pour, so that's why we're out here so late in the afternoon. So hopefully, as the sun set, and we get a lot of molten material and sparks and fire. They're making them at Fort Hays, some sort of resin and sand mixture, and they put them into molds and then pop them out, and that's what we're working with. But if you look around, they've got some really large pieces that they're going to cast today, and they're big molds, so they can make really any size that they need for these projects.
The cool thing about it is he comes in, he pretty much says, I need some sand, I need some cast iron, here's everything to do it, we'll come in, we'll support you in it. So, I mean, very, very collaborative, and we're coming to help you do it instead of we'll show you what to do and then you're on your own. So, some of the molds we haven't seen how they're made, they've just come pick them up, and so we come pick them up and scratch our designs into them.
And he brings all, it's like a mobile infrastructure. He brings everything out, the furnace, the gas, everything. So it's really a neat deal that they travel and do this.
Well, it's pretty complicated, but the simplest, I guess, is it's a tube lined with dirt. It's with holes in the right spot, and it's filled with coke, which is like a coal, like a refined coal, and that gets to about a white hot, and hot enough to melt the iron, about 3,000 degrees. And there's a hole at the bottom of the tube that we push clay up into, and when it's melted enough iron, there's a hole on the other side that lets us know that there's enough iron in the well. And then this little girl over here, Stacy, will come at that furnace with a big long rod and knock the clay out, and then the iron will pour out. And it just keeps, as long as we put iron in the top, it'll just keep coming out the bottom, and it'll melt probably 120 pounds every 8 minutes. He in the faculty, I believe, is a Fort Hays alum. And what we started at Fort Hays was a traveling furnace. So the iron is something different, but what we started doing is we made a crucible furnace that melts aluminum, and we've been bringing that over as kind of a recruiting tool, and we've been traveling all over Kansas and into Colorado, and pouring at high schools and junior colleges, just as kind of a recruiting effort. And so somebody found out about it here. I think it was somebody that's a Fort Hays alum, one of the faculty, and then so we came out and did aluminum last year, and we had a really good time here, and you guys have really good food, and everybody was really nice. And so we told them that we would like to come back and maybe do an iron pour. And Greg called us, who's not really associated with the art department really. I mean, it's a separate thing over here, but he really liked it, and so the art department and the welding area kind of got together and had us come out. So it's part of the sculpture program, part of the art department, and we pour iron all the time. We run a foundry, basically. The sculpture area is a working foundry, so we pour bronze, aluminum, and now since I started there, we do cast iron, and so it's just part of our regular program. But the traveling thing was just something else, and it started as a recruiting effort, and that's working great, and everybody's happy with what we're doing there. But also these two students that I brought with me today, Stacy and Zane, get a whole different experience. They get to go to someplace else in Kansas. They get to see a facility like this welding area is, it's just amazing, and they get to see meet a bunch of other students. They're also artists, so it's actually turned into more than we expected.
Say those are all fine.
This might be too big.
Temporary bottom. Sand and clay, and just make a bottom. And the doors on the bottom of this open up like this. And we're all done melting. We've got to get everything out of the furnace.
Yeah.
So we'll open those doors and break that temporary bottom out.
Yeah.
And then all the coke and the iron will come out of the bottom.
I hope that bit holds up while you do all this.
And then they're gonna pour the iron on. Let's make your head face look. A what? They make these pretty little designs.
That's why I came over.
We're about ready to put the...
You got metal in there? Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe we'll just go pick it up and just put it to the...
Prime real estate, baby.
Come on up.
Right here. Excellent. And then we just lift it up and set it down on the bar. It's good back here. Yeah?
We can go a little more towards you. Because straight that way.
Risky because K is not strong. That piece was easy because we didn't have to. Remember, we bolted it straight down in.
Look at it shooting. Look at it close up at the top of this.
It's not good for your bed, or whatever. So you can add in extra to change where you're going.
Cool.
Got any more hot dogs, Scott?
I wish I did. Anybody bring marshmallows?
Laying down, you can't see him very good.
Hey, don't hug her! Don't hug her!
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude.
That's my mom. 5 minutes right when we're back there.